For those of you who don't know what that stands for, this television station is broadcasted by the Home Care Workers. We are here today to play the Wheel of Chance. Our governor, Mr. Corbett here, seems to think that our most vulnerable citizens are the ones that need cut in their services. We are here to tell him that we don't agree with that. We feel as though home and community-based services, along with the education of our children, are more important than giving more corporate tax breaks to big business. I would like to introduce you to an advocate and a wonderful friend of mine, Ms. Carol Jones. She has been fighting this fight for a long time, and we are in it to win it. Ms. Carol Jones.
Hey, thanks, Steve. And welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to the first live television production of The Wheel of Chance. Today we are lucky enough to be with Governor Corbett as he makes his decisions. The way this game is played, a few of the people from the community, we have an attendant here in Bronson and a consumer plus an active worker in the community at Pahula. They will come up and they will tell the governor their story of their life, and then the governor will do exactly what he does, what we feel that he does with our lives. He'll spin that wheel of chance, and let's see how it falls on us. And I just want to know, how many of you are have any kind of children that's going to schools that the education has been cut this year? Show of hands. Yeah. And how many of us seniors are worried about our Medicaid? Woo! Okay, so now we'll start this out with Ed. He will come up and he will tell his story to the governor. Ed.
Governor Corbett, thank you for the opportunity to meet with you today. I want to let you know that the programs and services in Pennsylvania allow me to be independent of my community, to live in my own home, to work, and to be a father and a dad to my children. And I come to ask you today to please do not cut these programs, because not only these programs help me, they help people with disabilities of all ages in Washington, Green, Fayette County, and all throughout the state of Pennsylvania. People can't get to doctor's appointments, and they can't find housing. We have to stop making these cuts.
Well, it's great to hear from you today, Ed. I'd like to hear where my money comes from. I'd like to know taxpayers like you are going to pay my paycheck. Well, I'm going to tell you what I do to everybody I want to know who's on services. I spin the wheel. This wheel will be your here. Ah, that's where we'll get our money from. More corporate tax cuts.
Time for a new governor!
Yeah. So as you see, the governor spends on his favorite spot where he's going to give more big tax cuts to the big corporations. As you know, they get more tax cuts than we do. There are corporations that do not even pay as much tax as you do. Most of us make like $35,000 and under. We pay a large amount of taxes. They pay less than that. So, what do you think about the governor's spend? Do you think that's fair to the working people?
Yeah.
So, what are we going to tell the governor?
We come to shut it down!
That's right, we're going to shut it down. We're going to hold you accountable because we put you in that office. Okay, now, next we have Karen Bronze. She's been a home care worker for over 20 years. Let's hear what Karen has to say.
I've been a home care worker for 27 years off and on. I've done other jobs but always came back to home care because this is a very rewarding job and I love taking care of people in their own homes and want to continue for as long as I'm able to. The governor's new budget calls for cuts to long-term care. He continues to cut our budget after budget, forcing our consumers back into nursing homes, losing their freedom to an important part of our community. They work and pay taxes too. The governor not only wants to cut us, but he is preying on every working person in Pennsylvania. The schools are taking a big hit. This is why I am here today. It is time for the working people, the disabled, the seniors of the state to stand up and send a message to Corbett that we are not going to take all the cuts. We will fight until the end.
Thank you, Karen. I'd like to know that somebody's taking care of the elderly and the disabled, but I'm glad that I don't have to pay for it. I would like to find out how this is going to be paid for one more time with our Wheel of Chance. Wheel of Chance. Spin, spin, spin. Tell us what cuts we will win. More cuts to the Department of Public Welfare. Yay!
So how many of you know people who have children that have to take public welfare to make a living, to go through life? How many of you know that some of those children's health care is going to be cut this year? Governor is going to cut $150 million off this new tax, off of this new budget. What do you think about that? So what are we going to tell the governor?
We come to shut it down!
Shut it down, shut it down. We're not going to do this no more. We're not going to stand for it. We put you in it, you're accountable to us, we pay our taxes. You are the person that got in the office, you're supposed to take care of every one of us, not just the rich. Okay, is there anyone who would like to tell their story from outside in the audience? This is the time to come up and speak and let people know what's going on. Does anyone have anything they want to say?
I've been working in healthcare for 20 years. I stayed with one gentleman for 14 years until he passed. Letting them stay in their home, they become a taxpayer. They provide other information and help along the way to people that don't know where to go or what to do. They need to know that they can stay in their own homes, they can get the help they need. Instead, now they're shutting all this down or forcing people to go into nursing homes. In a nursing home, you don't have any rights. Really, you don't. You have somebody that provides your care, somebody that does your cooking. You don't have a choice of what you eat. You have very little spending money because your check goes to pay for the nursing home. You get anywhere from $40 to $25 a month. That is what you get in most nursing homes. It's not fair. People who are able-bodied, they take it for granted that nothing's going to happen to them. But it doesn't mean it can't. So we all need to fight this fight together. Thank you.
What you gonna do about that?
I'll do what I do every day. Spin the wheel of chance. Wahaha! I won't even tell you what I'm gonna do.
Governor Corbett, I want your ear.
What's up?
Right here. Get me your ear. Listen up, buddy. You think you're saving money? You're costing money. You're putting people out of work. You're putting more people in nursing homes.
I'll do what I do every day. Spin the wheel. Wheel of chance. Spin, spin, spin. Tell us the cuts. We will win. More cuts to the public welfare.
You're going to lose your ear, dude. Anyone else have anything to say to the governor?
I have a statement.
Carol's trying to say something.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Carl.
I was born with CP. My doctors wanted me to live in an institution. And why? Word. Is that? Why? Were your why would people want to be in an institution? Right?
Nobody wants to be.
No one wants to be in an institution. Our homes, not nursing homes. People don't even tell. People like who would be in Kyle's position don't even know that there are in-home care that they can get. It's not told to them, and with these cuts, it will never be heard of again. Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spin the wheel. Wheel of chance. Cut the veteran home. Our homes, not nursing homes. Do I want to hear anybody else today?
Probably not.
Hi, my name is Stephen Walls, and I prepared a statement for Governor Corbett. I am a home care worker with Triple Services, and my concern is the reduction of funding for home and community-based services. We brought my brother John home because we weren't satisfied with the care he was receiving in the nursing home. My research shows that keeping someone in a nursing home costs the state $75,000 a year. But a person staying in their own home with a home care worker assisting them costs roughly $25,000. It saves the state $50,000 a year. And more importantly, it gives the consumer a chance to direct his or her own care. It's a win-win situation for everyone involved. I believe that better funding for home and community-based services rather than the nursing home is a prudent way to go, and I've been told that my hours are in danger of being slashed 50% because of your new regulations within the Office of Long-Term Living. And that changes the way John's services can be billed. This is not acceptable, but thank you for your time.
What you gonna do?
Well, Steve, I'm going to tell you what I tell everybody. I'm going to spin the wheel. More cuts to the education budget.
Kids promoted with bad grades. They push them in through.
Our children are our future. Come on, Gov.
They're our future, but with less money.
Come on up, buddy.
More than you do. I'll tell you what I tell everybody. Well, we're going to spin the wheel for you. Cut hospital and nursing facilities and reimbursements.
Boo!
That's a maybe. Shut down those nursing homes.
the Delaware corporate tax loopholes. That would save you $550 million per year. How about delaying the corporate tax breaks? That's another $275 million. How about enacting efficiency in state government and maximizing revenues? That would be another $2 billion. What do you say, Gov?
I say the same thing every single time. Spin the wheel of chance. Wheel of chance. Spin, spin, spin. Tell me more cuts that I will win.
Typical politics.
Fixing the wheel.
For working class.
With the cuts that the governor always imposes on long-term living, it's a shame that he's always cutting home care workers and home care people with disabilities that want to stay in their home. They are not only a part of our community, they work and put taxes back into our community. They pay taxes where the big corporations do not, and I do not think it's fair that the governor should be able to prey on us working people who work every day and pay his wages. He doesn't even think about that idea, that we are the ones who pay his wages. But yet still, we are under the thumb. We're under the thumb of the governor. So we're telling the governor, we're sending him a message that we are not going to take this anymore. We're not going to take this sitting down. Some of us will be sitting down, but some of us will be rolling up there to the Capitol letting know that we might be sitting down, but we are standing up for our rights.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So if you want to know what you can do, you can contact the governor, and we have the phone number on the flyer, and let him know, and call up there and let him know that we're not going to stand for the cuts. Tell him to watch where he cuts, because we are the working people. We are the 99%, and there's a whole lot more than that.
Yeah.
So that's all we have. If you have anything else, we'll be here for a while. You want to come up and talk, you want to ask about the cuts, we'll be here to talk to you about the cuts. The main one is that Steve read about the solutions to the problem of our budget. Yes, we do have a cash flow, but there are places that he can find monies to cover that cash flow. And one of them is the Delaware loophole, and a lot of us don't know that some of our corporations that are right around here, like Wells Fargo and Comcast, they do not pay taxes to our state. That is wrong. They get their money out of our state, but they do not pay taxes to our state. Just ask him to look at that. That's billions of dollars that he could be putting back into our system. So we're asking him to look at a way that bill that they're trying to go through Congress to close the Delaware loophole would be one of the first places you can start. There's many, many other places, and like I said on that flyer that Steve read about the cuts, the solutions. The one is like I said, close the Delaware loophole. The other one, and you get $55 million in saving $550 million in saving to our state. That's $550 million that they can put into long-term living. And it says delay the corporate tax breaks. Okay, the corporate tax breaks are up to $275 million. That would save us $275 million. You see where I'm going here? This is a lot of money that can be put back and used for the people who are paying their taxes. So it says also enact the efficiency in the state government and maximize the revenue.
Shut the lights off once in a while.
So if they do that,
turn the air down.
If they do that, you can get almost $2 billion in savings. Now, Governor, how come you don't look at these things?
Because cuts are the answer.
I vote we set Tom ablaze.
We don't want to cause harm to him. We just want to wake him up a little bit. Let him know that this is not the right way to go. All right, so what do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
Okay, our homes.
Not nursing homes!
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 Our homes. Our homes. Our homes.
Not nursing homes!
Up with taking care, down with nursing homes.
Oh.
Up